Hey guys, so today we're going to talk about the 30-06 and is it still a good reliable firearm for hunting in 2025? Well, let's travel back in time to talk about where this round first started. First started in 1903 with the same cartridge, but the ballistic tip on it was a round ball. 3 years later, they put the bullet on that we have today. And that's where we got the 30-06. And no, it's not 30-06 or things like that. It's aught, meaning the aught years of 1906. This round has seen combat with the U.S. military through World War I, World War II, Korea, as well as Vietnam. The U.S. military stopped using this round in the late 70s, somewhere around 1977 through 78, from what I'm able to pick up on. It's still a very popular long-range cartridge. The U.S. military did adopt the 308 it's a lighter round compared to the 30-06. So, and don't get me wrong, I like the 308. It is a good round, but I kind of like the 30-06 a little bit better. And the reason why is they travel about 100 to 150 feet per second faster than the 308. They're both great rounds. So would I say this is a good relevant hunt round in, with this thing being 120 years old come next year? Yes, absolutely. I mean, this right here, the full metal jacket I used at the gun range, but I've got everything from lead cores like this one here, which I've taken down everything from boar all the way up to elk. I've got a little bit of a lighter core round compared to that one, and this one here I'll use for smaller whitetail. I mean, we've taken out a couple of axis deer out in West Texas with it, so it's still a decent round. And this one here is 150 grain. This one's 165 grain. Then I've got the Red Tip SST by Hornady, and I like these especially for elk and other game in that range. Now, the one that I will probably not shoot that often, but I do shoot it quite a bit, is this 175 grain steel cartridge. This was made by Federal, and I like this because I used these steel tips for bear. So, quick and simple, is this 30-06 still relevant in 2025? And yes, it is empty, as you can see. Yes, it is. Without a doubt. You go to places like, you go to countries like, especially Africa. You go to any place in Africa, you can pretty much take down anything with the 30-06. It's a round that you could still buy pretty much around the world without any problems. In fact, most of these are, like this one here is made in Serbia. So I've got rounds that are made in other countries as well. But you definitely are able to shoot and take down a lot of animals with this. And honestly, this firearm will be around a lot longer than, some people want to think. I've heard people say, oh, the 30-06 is irrelevant. It's a relic of the past. Not really. I've talked with some friends of mine that, and even a buddy of mine at one of the gun shops, and he said even just since the beginning of this year alone, they've already sold almost 100 30-06 hunting rifles, and we're barely 2 weeks into the year. In fact, my brother just bought a 30-06 the other day. So yeah, they are definitely a good hunting rifle. I would recommend getting one. Now, if you want to go newer and get away from the 30-06, then get a 308. There's nothing wrong with those, or the 300 Win Mag. But I like the trusty old 30-06. I grew up hunting with this rifle, still one that's relevant to me. But I don't know, I just have a love for this firearm because, again, first one I ever shot. But yeah, definitely a relevant gun. And if it's your first time hunting with one, they do have a bit of a higher recoil than, say, the 308. They do kick back a little harder. But again, you're also looking at ammunition that also travels faster. So Definitely a thought to think about if you're looking at getting your first hunting rifle. It's definitely a thought to think about going old school and get like the old reliable 30-06 round. And good luck out there.